You can't fit those noodles in a condensed can.
How about a bigger can? No, that
A
would
bigger
be...
can? Then it's not even condensed.
Stop.
Hello and welcome back to the Croak and Croak podcast. I am Spencer Cardia.
I am Baggy Pants.
And this here is Frank, who I'm noticing is a little bit too tall. He was used for a photo shoot earlier, and
It's okay, isn't it?
I don't know, he's so giant. It's like he's standing up. Should I try to fix him?
No, just leave him.
Oh no, Frank, come here. Come here, Frank.
Leave Frank alone.
Yo, welcome back. This is the Monday podcast.
Spencer, it's Wednesday, and maybe he wanted to stretch his legs.
Get down. Get down. What? I see what it's supposed to do. Okay.
I just poked myself with a pin because of you.
You're supposed to go that way.
Leave him alone. He just wants to stand up. My
okay, that's his
COVID
height.
glass. That's my hand. That's my hand. Stop. Spencer, you're banging the whole table. See, there's a glass here.
This way.
Some people don't know that. And it protects me
Is
from...
he good? Does he look good?
He looked fine to me before, but he does look shorter. He can't go any shorter because...
No, that's the height.
It's just you did move the table because it's against my leg. I don't know why we don't have staff.
And this here is Frank.
I don't know why we don't have staff.
The perfect height where I can palm him by the head.
2022, we're hiring.
What's up, guys? It is Wednesday. Everything is back in order. We had a little wild weekend, a little Christmas weekend.
Feliz Navidad.
Celebrating
Buon Natale.
Celebrating Jesus' birth and all that. I'm sure you had a great Christmas. And if you didn't, that's okay too. Because every day is
just
Christmas.
Another Saturday.
Every day you can celebrate
Birthdays,
Christmas. And birthdays. And I'm a little out of breath.
I'm Baggy Pants.
He's a heavy guy.
Heavy bag. That must mean you're a nitwit.
What?
There was a cartoon in the old days, and it was called Baggy Pants and the Nitwits. And I'm Baggy Pants today, but only today did I find out that he's a cat and he has on baggy pants, but he was drawn to... It was like Charlie Chaplin. You know how his pants look like that? Yeah. I don't know. I know you like Charlie Chaplin.
I do like Charlie Chaplin. His middle name is Spencer.
I knew. I was like, does he have a birthday? He has something.
His
okay.
middle name is Spencer.
Yeah.
He's also a little bit of a communist. Which he wasn't.
He's dead.
He wasn't really a communist.
We don't know. He's...
No, I talked to him.
He's in heaven.
No. At the time, a lot of socialist concepts were regarded as communist.
Oh, interesting.
Because, well...
Labels.
Because technically back then you didn't really know the full extent of communism. So everything got put under that flag.
Yeah. And
then it was like, wait a second. You want healthcare for all? Communist.
Right.
Whatever. I don't care.
Well, Baggy Pants wasn't.
Baggy Pants was not a communist.
It was just
not a commie cat.
I can't even picture the cartoon, but I remember the jingle.
Baggy Pants and the
Nitwits. Da-na-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na-na.
Da-na-na-na-na-na. How you guys doing? Fresh start to the week.
December 29th. It is Little Liberty's birthday.
Happy birthday, Little Liberty.
Happy birthday, Liberty. She's 4.
Liberty for all.
Liberty Jane Saoirse McDonald.
Now, are we done talking about that?
No, because we can't say Liberty's birthday without saying happy birthday to the person who first had the birthday, and that person is Martin Zuzolo. Happy birthday, Martin. We talked about him on our Italy podcast. We had an Italy podcast?
Nope, we would never.
We did. We had something where we were talking all about Italy, and we were like asking the Zuzolos to help us with our facts.
Yeah, sounds right. I kind of pushed it away from my memory. But
I thought on break you were rewatching all of our episodes.
But so there's something about these days since we last saw you until our last podcast this week.
Mm-hmm.
It is like a void in time.
It is.
The December 26th to January 30th.
Oh, you're just saying that. I thought you meant from podcast to podcast.
No, I was just moving.
Oh, yeah.
I was moving on. I was segueing.
Yeah.
From one conversation
Well, I
to another.
don't subscribe to your thought.
You don't?
No.
You just see December 27th as
yes. It's a real day, and as is the 28th and the 29th and the 30th. And for people who say it's a missing week, and what is it? What is it really? It's the way all months go.
No. I'm not saying it in a way of like, where did the time go? I'm saying it in like, it's got a little sparkle in it.
Well, of course.
And that's what I'm saying.
I thought a lot of people say it's like, it's blank. It's worth nothing.
No, I'm saying like when you're going to your coal mining job, it feels weird. Like it's right. Like, isn't this like? It's okay. I agree with you then. Yeah, you get these two things being Christmas and New Year's,
right?
And then you just get a very small, regular week,
right,
in between. Especially this week where it happens that Christmas and New Year's are both falling on a weekend.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this whole week is like. What? Are we just going to pretend like everything's normal?
Right.
I won't.
You know what I just thought of?
Won't.
When you said it fell on a weekend. So Christmas Eve fell on Friday, which for Jewish people is Shabbat.
Yeah.
And if you're Orthodox, or I don't know how strict you have to be that it would be a prayer and quiet. And I mean, Orthodox, you turn off your lights, I guess, and New Year's Eve is going to be.
Oh, that must suck
for
Ben Shapiro.
Oh yeah, you're right.
He said he observes is the word.
Right.
He observes the Shabbat.
So do you hold your Happy New Year until Saturday? Oh yeah, Saturday night. I guess
technically, if you're that Orthodox, do you care more about the Jewish New Year?
Oh right, you're right. They probably don't care.
But at the same time, you have an Orthodox household. And your kids are like, sorry.
Don't look out the window.
TV's off, phone's off.
Don't look out the window at those fireworks.
At this oh, you hear that sound? It's nothing.
It's gunshots.
Don't worry, kids. That's just gunshots. You want to stay inside tonight. Actually, it's probably mixed with gunshots. Big problem, people shooting off bullets in the sky.
Well, there's been education. I hope people have learned something. Because the bullets go up, they come down.
Yeah. Like
they don't shoot out into space.
The crazy thing is, it seems like it makes so much sense.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you really don't think about it.
You don't.
Because you think when you shoot somewhere, it goes that way.
Right.
You don't think when you're shooting up in the sky that you're going to rain bullets down on all of your neighbors. It has to
come down. But you also think, all right, fine, it'll come down, but it'll come down softer.
Who think? Well, I guess that's true.
I would.
I think that's true.
I know, but it still can penetrate someone's body.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you drop a penny off the Empire State Building,
I know, but you don't, like you just said, like you don't think what goes up comes down. You also don't
think it has a little parachute up there.
No, not a parachute, but like it just kind of falls down. It's no longer. I don't know.
Yeah.
And also, I think TV and movies haven't helped. People are always cha-cha-cha shooting in the air, cowboys and stuff. So don't do that.
No shooting up in the air this year, guys. If you learned one thing from this podcast, is don't shoot up in the air.
Last year, was it last 2 years? Last year, the Mummers Parade was canceled.
That was last year.
So Philadelphia, very famous, very historic New Year's Day parade is still on at this point.
Hopefully it stays, but it's getting a little crazy out there, guys.
10,000 people will be there, elbow to elbow.
Super spreader.
Not for us.
Boost it up. I got my booster.
Bring this with you.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll be in like a glass box.
Yeah. You'll be a mime, but like you can actually touch
I'm sure, I can just dress up as like over the top mummer so they won't even notice.
Yeah.
It's like I'll just decorate my glass box in all mummer gear. Yeah. I got my booster.
You got your booster.
On Tuesday.
And you feel fine.
I feel great. I feel invincible.
Good.
I think if a car hit me right now, it wouldn't even hit me. I'd hit the car.
Don't try that at home or in the road or anywhere. I've been boosting since August.
Seems a little early.
Yeah, it probably wore off by now.
Yeah.
Misinformation. We're spreading
it.
We're spreading it.
Yeah.
Today is Pepper Pot Soup Day.
Ooh, I don't know what that is, but it sounds good.
Pepper pot soup is a funny soup. Campbell's Soup used to make it. I don't know if they still make it.
I doubt it. I have never seen it on the shelves.
Well, you don't buy the condensed soups.
Nah, I used to back when I was
a
wee lad.
Yeah. I grew up on Campbell's condensed soups. As a matter of fact, the Campbell's soup factory was in Camden, and
it was only condensed for a long time.
Oh, correct? Right. You always had. Did you? Yeah, I think that. You're right.
When Campbell's Chunky came out, it was.
You're right.
A big thing. Like, you don't need to add water, because imagine just the canning process. Right. It's like to add water would mean, I guess, it would go bad, or it's like
no. It meant that people would say, "I'm not paying for water." They just made money off of us. They added water and charged us more.
But it's better.
It's easier.
It's better.
It's easier.
Campbell's. You talking to me? You might be the soup queen. I'm the canned soup king.
This is what I'm saying. I know that come on, Campbell's chicken noodle condensed against Campbell's
Chunky
red
chicken
can.
Noodle?
Obviously, the Chunky's better.
Yes.
But what I'm saying is, and work with me here. If they gave us Campbell's Chunky condensed just means there's no water in it. It's just so if it was thick broth with the noodles and the carrots and the chicken, right? And it said, dump this in and then dump in half a can of water. Yeah. It would taste exactly the same.
But here's what I'm saying. I don't think it's possible. Because imagine the way the condensed is and imagine the way the Chunky is.
Yeah.
Hear me now.
Yeah.
The Chunky has the swirled noodles.
Yeah.
It has the fuller chicken.
Yeah. It needs space.
I with the condensed, you almost get that condensed chicken and those thin noodles.
I think it's an optical illusion.
No way.
No, it's not an optical illusion. But I do think it's
all the condensed are super small. You can't fit those noodles in a condensed can.
How about a bigger can? No, that would be...
bigger can. Then it's not even condensed.
I think they're trying to make money off us. But anyway, so Campbell's condensed is what I'm talking about. And they had a very big range, bean,
greens, potatoes, tomatoes,
barley, beef and barley.
One of my favorite
noodle.
Soups. I think beef barley is slowly
vegetable.
I think beef barley is slowly moving to the top for me on favorite soups.
Oh, yeah.
It's just so good.
I don't think I can have barley. Barley actually falls under the gluten.
Really?
The gluten sign. I think you can have some barleys maybe or something. I don't know. But all I know is if you're celiac, you can't have barley.
Sucks.
Wah, wah. Yeah. So people kind of.
So you never said what a pepper pot soup is.
Yeah. Well, I was just going to finish up about the condensed. People kind of think of them now as recipe soups. They have like the cheddar and the mushroom and the chicken.
Cream of onion.
Cream of onion. Cream
of mushroom.
Yeah,
cream
or just
broccoli.
plain onion. I used to use the plain onion for the Hamburg soup.
Yes.
Anyway, pepper pot soup is they used to have it, and we used to buy it, and I never really picked it in my house off the closet, pantry, shelf, whatever. But today's pepper pot soup day. Why they're celebrating, I don't know, but it is also called Philadelphia pepper. It's called pepper pot soup, but it's also oftentimes called Philadelphia pepper pot because it became famous here.
Oh,
okay. And
I'm dying to know what it is.
There is just imagine it's just peppers and stuff. I don't know, but I'll tell you in a second. Like they said, George Washington ate it and stuff like this. What they're really I'm not even going to tell you to cut because you won't do it. So they believe there's a legend that say like the George Washington, the people from Africa, the West Indies, Caribbean, that's where you're from, is you're not from Nazareth on the Boulevard. You're from those three places. Those cooks were making it for the colonial people.
Okay.
And I believe Guyana still says that it's their national soup, but an early street food. Where is the recipe? I know you want the recipe. Just imagine that there's peppers in it.
What, peppers or
peppercorns? I think is what gives it the name. But
okay, so peppercorns are different than like red peppers.
It's one. Well, like in Guyana. Oh yeah, I think it's from the peppercorns. In Guyana it says it's made with cassaripe, which is a thick sauce from the cassava root. That's not going in Campbell's pepper pot. As I recall, it was like that's why I didn't want it. I think it's just like a hodgepodge. I think it's like a vegetable, but without the vegetables, and it's more brown than red. I don't see the.
You're saying so many contradicting things. So is there any solids in there?
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Pepper pot soup is highly seasoned soup.
Oh.
Prepared with peppercorns, small bits of meat, tripe, vegetables, and broth. That's why I was trying to explain it. And I don't think there was tripe in it either. I
don't know what tripe is.
I think tripe is like stomach or something. Like, this kind of.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it was like all the condensed soups, like you just explained, are kind of smallish with their ingredients, right? And it was like brown. Like think of vegetable soup, but like it was more of like a beef based.
Okay.
And then I guess it had like a peppery to it. But I don't know. Obviously,
sounds kind of good.
All right. Well, it's Pepper Pot Soup Day.
And, when the sound of it, I thought I was sort of thinking towards the peppercorn side. Then you said, no, it's just a pepper soup. And I was like, ugh, I don't want just like green and red peppers.
It's called Pepper Pot.
And now I'm back.
Philadelphia Pepper Pot. And it's filled with flavorful ingredients. We did used to buy it. I believe my dad was probably eating it because we weren't.
We have a soup off coming up.
Yeah.
So
soup competition of a big family.
Big family, the biggest soup family you'll ever meet. As you can see, because we've just spent more than half the podcast talking about soup. We love soup.
Wow, we did.
And so,
but it's January. No, it's December.
It's the 5 days
soup
between
season.
Christmas and New Year's. So every year for the past 8-9 years,
long time. I can't remember.
We have had a extended family soup off where. I don't even like saying every family because that makes it seem like if there's 5 families, 5 pots of soup.
Right, no, anybody can do.
It's anybody can make a pot of soup and then you all meet in one place, bring your crock pot, and then small little bowls, you try each one, you vote for the winner. The winner gets a golden ladle. We have
I wouldn't say sophisticated voting system, but we have a fair voting system.
Fair. It's not a monarchy, it's democracy.
Right.
It's the soup of the people.
Right. And so it's been for so many years that I used to be able to enjoy these competitions. But since I went vegetarian and gluten-free, I'm pretty much out of luck at this event.
Yes.
But and it's funny that of all these contestants and all these people that are highly interested and invested and excited about our family soup off, that no one has ever broken off and gone to an actual soup off.
Yeah.
Like I think there's one in Bethlehem, PA. Go out there, go against strangers, try it.
You know what we should do? We should make a video
of the soup off.
A soup off.
All right,
that's a good video.
It is.
Well, hold on now. We should do that.
We'll do it.
So you guys,
we'll be back.
You guys can come to our soup off. Let's go. Maybe I'll make pepper chowder.
Pepper
pot soup for the Pepper Pot boys.
Pepper pot.
All right. Well, we've exhausted way much a lot of time.
And now I'm so hungry.
I'm not that hungry. What did I eat today? I had a coffee. Appetite suppressant.
I want some soup.
Oh.
Coffee's an appetite suppressant?
Yeah.
Okay. Coffee's just bean soup, isn't it?
Some would say.
Hot coffee bean water.
Well, I had cold soup, so was it cereal?
A vichyssoise. That's cold. No, gazpacho.
Vichyssoise.
That's some kind of seafood. Gazpacho is cold vegetable. I think it's Italian cold vegetable soup, tomato soup. I don't know. Look it up.
Now we've exhausted 3/4 of the podcast talking about soup. But anyway, guys, it's Wednesday.
One word Wednesday.
It's
One word Wednesday.
Which means only one thing. It's one word Wednesday. And what we do on One Word Wednesday is we pick a word out of the English dictionary and we try to find a deeper meaning to it. We try to bring some spiritual significance to it. This is a Christian podcast. Chicken soup for the soul, some would call it. But
pepper pot soup for the soul.
Pepper pot soup for the pepper pot soul. And yeah, we try. I don't know. We can use it as a metaphor. You've probably seen our other One Word Wednesdays. You know what we do. If not, go check them out.
Last week was bolt.
Last week was bolts.
Bolts and bolts.
I would say we talked more about bolts than we did about Bolt, the movie. But anyway, that's enough bolt talk. What is our word for the
bag?
Day? What is it? The bees?
It's the December bees.
Bag?
Because you want to save the bees. It's a known thing.
Bag?
I thought that's what they meant.
Bag?
Bag. I'm baggy pants.
What kind of?
Sometimes my name is in the title. Sometimes the word is I give foreshadowing with my name in the beginning. Introduction. Baggy pants. Bag is where we're at today. What is in the Pope's bag?
I've never heard that.
No, I'm just asking you.
What? Is it a joke?
No, it's not a joke. They asked him years ago. They said, by the way, because he was doing a world tour, and they're like, you got a bag. What's in it?
What was in it?
I'm asking you. I'll tell you in a minute.
I don't know. Okay, let me get
what would you imagine that was in a Pope's bag?
Bible.
Maybe he did say books. He said books and a razor. That's it.
Books and a razor. Nice. All right, bags. Bag. What kind of bags?
Papa's got a brand new bag. That's a song by James Brown. You can put that in there.
The James Brown Band?
Papa's got a brand new bag. Yeah, like that. You know James Brown?
No.
Of course you do.
Oh, like the fiddle against the devil?
No, that's not the one. James Brown. He like, oh my God. I can't think of his most famous song. He screams a lot and he dances sideways and he's like wild and he has like
shot through the heart.
No, okay, yeah.
And you're too
Bon Jovi.
late.
And James Brown are so similar.
Any songs I would know of mine?
Yeah, extremely one. And I'm gonna
extremely one.
I can't think of it because I'm under pressure and I know we're losing time.
Under pressure.
No, that's not it. But listen. I am so happy to be here with you today on Wednesday. I'm looking forward to finishing 2021 and starting 2022. And for all the people who missed us for a few days, here we are and hello. And we'll be here back again tomorrow.
Yeah, what are you, like, signing off?
No. I just wanted to say that I can't remember the James Brown song.
Okay.
And so I was just moving on from that.
Yes.
There's a lot of bags in the Bible.
Is there?
Yeah, of course.
What are you trying to think? No. There's none.
Well, there's like just in the way that they're telling the story. In Genesis, Joseph gave orders to fill their bags with grain. And in Deuteronomy, you know how they always gave those rules on fair living? Like don't have two differing weights in your bag. You want heavy, one light. Stuff like that. A shepherd's bag. Of course there's bag. My fences will be sealed up in a bag. Some pour out gold from their bags. And you know what I mean? So bag is just a normal word. But I was thinking of the devil's bag of tricks.
Here's what I'm thinking. I don't know what you're talking about. But
the devil has a bag of tricks. So you got to watch out.
I think this is what we're going to talk about.
Okay.
I'm imagining going on a journey.
Mm-hmm.
I'm leaving home. First, what I think about are the monks.
Yeah.
They can't live in any place for too long.
Right.
And so the only thing that they can have materialistically is things that they can carry.
Okay.
And then they leave, and then they have that in their bag, if you will. Now, we all go on journeys,
mm-hmm.
and we all have our bags with us.
Yeah.
Or, sometimes we use a metaphor of climbing a mountain for life.
Right.
Those guys are carrying bags. The question is, what's in your bag?
Books and a razor.
The Pope chose books and a razor.
Yeah.
But often, you might be traveling through the journey of life, and there are some things that you have earthly that you can't let go of.
Mm.
And you're carrying a lot of bricks in that bag. And it's a harder journey. And so the question is what do you bring with you? Because some things, right, I imagine if you're climbing up a mountain with that bag, you might bring a Bible. That adds weight to an already heavy bag, but it brings you value.
Right.
And I think a lot of the times we're walking around with things in our bag that some of the stuff may be hard to let go of, but it doesn't bring us any value, and It just is weight to our journey.
Right. And that's great for this week because we are leaving 2021. We're heading into 2022.
See you 2021.
So why don't you look through your bag and see what you need to remove from it.
Yeah. Well,
or what you need to add to it. Maybe your bag is completely empty because you forgot to add stuff to it.
Yeah. That's also, and just on the negative stuff, they literally have a word for it. If you get in a relationship and it's like, this person's bag's full of bad stuff. What is that called?
Baggage. He has too much baggage.
He has too much baggage, and he's carrying around negative things.
Right.
And I think definitely as a transition to the new year, you know what? We always say these 5 days in between Christmas and New Year's, what do we do with them?
Right.
How about, spring cleanings for your house and your room?
Yeah.
Why don't we let these 5 days, it's Christmas season, you have a lot going on.
Right.
New Year's Eve is going to be fun. Why not use these next couple days to sort through your bag and really look at it and say, drop everything out on the floor and say, what am I going to bring with me to the new year?
Right.
what am I going to take out of my bag, and what am I going to add to my? A lot of people add to their bag, right?
Right.
You hear about New Year's resolutions all the time. I'm sure maybe you might even have your own out there, and you are saying, I want to add to my bag. Now, here's the thing. I truly believe one of the reasons why a lot of New Year's resolutions don't work is because you are, going on a hiking trip, and in winter, your bag is full of climbing shoes and rock climbing gear and a bunch of what's like a lazy activity. That's
s'mores.
Yeah, you have a full thing of you have a conventional oven, or what's like way over the top.
Yeah,
like you have a bunch of charging gear for your cell phones, and then you're like, oh, it's about to be the New Year's. I want to take up skiing, and you add a bunch of skiing gear to your bag while you're hiking, and then the skiing doesn't work out. Why? Because your bag was already full.
Right.
Like, the reason why I think so many New Year's resolutions don't work out is because you're adding something, you're not replacing something.
Okay.
If you replaced, okay, maybe I don't need to have, all my electronic devices because I kind of want this New Year to be, I'd rather replace my hiking shoes with my extra tablet. Then, okay, you can still carry that around. But instead, people forget the part of, we only have so much time in a day or energy to expend.
Right.
So you can't just add. Okay, now I want to wake up earlier. Now I want to work out every day. And it's like, but you're not replacing one. What if it is, I want to wake up every day, but you're not replacing the waking up earlier. And it's like, you're waking up in the middle of the day. It's like, well, now I can't work out.
Right.
So it's all about managing the bag you have.
Right.
Everything's filling it up. You have 24 hours in a day. You have 24 hours worth in that bag.
Right.
If you're not willing to get rid of some of maybe the laziness,
right,
how are you going to replace it with a new hobby?
Right. Right. And you have 24 hours in a day, but you also, you only have 2 arms or maybe 0.
Oh, sorry.
And your back, like, so I feel people, instead of doing what you're saying and like going through the bag and editing it, they get another bag.
Yeah.
Another bag.
Yeah, and then you look like those Sherpas who are just carrying a million bags. And I think another thing is people, especially in New Year's, are, we're on this hike through life.
Yeah.
And people get so stressed about, I need to add to my bag. And you're giving yourself more stress.
Yeah.
Like, there is a certain aspect, like, it's okay to do less. And you having a lighter bag and enjoying the hike. Now, once again, I'm not imploring bad habits.
Right.
Doing bad things isn't having nothing in your bag. Mm-hmm. It's having bad things in your bag.
Right.
So it doesn't always need to be, I need to eat better and work out every day. It's like,
how will it fit with the other stuff?
Yeah. 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 It's like, well, how about you don't worry about like adding, I need to work out every day when it's already, you're struggling. How about you take out the junk food, and now you have a light bag. Don't worry about too much about the working out every day.
Right.
That'll come. But how about you walk around for a while with that light bag where you don't have the bad habits, but you're not putting on a whole new thing.
Right.
And then after a year of hiking with a light bag, then it's like, okay, now I feel comfortable.
Right.
Adding some good things to this bag. Everything takes energy. Good things and bad things both take energy.
And you don't have to fill to capacity just because you can. People say, well, I can do it. I can handle it. I can take on something else. You shouldn't, just because the cup can, fill all the way to the top.
Yeah.
You fill it all the way to the top. It's
balance. I had an architecture teacher, and he said the biggest problem with American interior architecture is Americans have a problem where they have to fill up space.
Okay.
And he's like, other countries don't do it as much, where you could have a room and an entire corner is empty.
Right.
And then that's okay.
Yeah.
It's like, if we see a corner, it's like,
what can I do there? What can I put there? I need something.
I need to go to, Home Goods.
Yeah.
And get something for there because it's empty. And he was saying, like, there's a simplicity and a niceness of just having an open area. Mm-hmm. And it's the same thing with that bag, that metaphorical bag you're carrying around. But Can't end the podcast without saying one of the most important things in my bag, and maybe should be in your bag, is having God, with you.
Always.
And I think that's such an importance, because that we talked earlier about, is this going to help me, or is this coming at me? That's always going to help you. You get the metaphor of Jesus walking beside you. He'll help you hold that bag.
Right.
And so I think that's a big takeaway from, like, what do you need? You see it with the Buddhists. Yes, they walk around with just what they can carry to their next place because they don't want to be materialistic. But that's all based on the fact that the very first thing they have in their bag is their faith and their spirituality. And
do you remember the memory game? People could play this if they're traveling.
I pack my bag and in it I put.
Right.
It's a memory game, and so I would say I pack my bag and I put a crow, and then you'd say I pack my bag and I put, and then you would say
a book,
and a crow. You'd have to go back to me.
Oh, right. Okay.
And then I'd pack my bag and then I put a coffee, a book, a crow, and then you just go until someone's like messes up. It's a nice little fun game. But anyway, guys, that's it for our Wednesday podcast. So you go and reevaluate your bag and get the bag. Secure the bag. Yeah. You know it better than I do. Secure the bag as well. Go hustle. But yeah, enjoy your Wednesday. We'll be back for Walkthrough Thursday. Why not? Go enjoy these. What kind of day is it?
Magical.
The magical days. Peace.
Bye.